Hi. So, there's something that's been on my mind, and I've wanted to share it with you. It is, I guess, it's a personal nature, but I think it's good to share it because not everybody knows why people start Rodan fields. Some people think it's just because they want beautiful skin, and yes, that is true. Nothing wrong with wanting beautiful skin, but for a lot of other people, it is actually a matter of their skin health. Your skin is your largest organ of your body. It's covering your whole body. And we're always learning to take care, eat healthier, which is amazing, drink lots of water, exercise, but are we always taking care of our skin? Myself, I do fairly well. I used to take care of my skin before I started Rodan Fields. Not the best I could. I always wear sunscreen. Well, when I turned 18, I started wearing a lot more sunscreen. Not a lot of people know this about me, but within my family, and I believe it has to do with genetics and along with the environment I live in and the aggressors my skin faces, and how that all works together with genetics. I had a scare. When I was 18, my wonderful mother saw a spot on my face. It was right here, and it was not going away. Now, she was keen to pick up on that because she also has very sensitive skin when it comes to the sun, and she has to see a dermatologist every year. And she actually uses our products, which she took to a dermatologist, and a dermatologist approved, of course. But back to me, because I don't know if my mom wants me to share all her stories. But so I went in at 18. It was my first year of university, and I had to get it removed. It was precancerous. As if that wasn't scary enough, the doctor also told me that it was not a spot they normally see on people my age. He was actually shocked to see it on my skin. It's more so something they see on people who've had their skin exposed to the sun a lot more, so people in their 40s and 50s. So that scared me, and I finally started listening to my mother, and I started wearing sunscreen daily and reapplying as you should. So I wear a lot of sunscreen. One thing you don't realize about sunscreen is when you're wearing it a lot, it clogs your pores. I was starting to get a lot of very enlarged pores, especially along right here, because my scare was right here, so I was always applying there, and I got large pores from it. So when I started with Rodan Fields, when I looked in the mirror, that was my biggest concern at that time. So I dealt with that, and they're a lot smaller now. Yay! I started cleaning my face better. Obviously, you have to wash off your sunscreen. But when I went to look at Rodan Fields, one of the things I looked for was there sun protection from the regime? And in Redefine, at the end, step 3, there is an AM and a PM cream. The AM cream has SPF 30 in it. The PM, of course, does not, because you don't need sunscreen at night and you don't want that sitting on your skin and clogging your pores. So I thought, that's interesting. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to look at the rest of the regimes. Reverse has SPF 55. Soothe has SPF 30 in the final step. And if you get the unblemished line, you do realize that Rodan Fields offers for free the Soothe sunscreen, which of course has your SPF 30. So all of your 4 regimes all have SPF. Why? Well, the lovely doctors, Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields, they get it. They're dermatologists. They're still working in their field, actually, which I really like to see because they're keeping fresh all their knowledge, and there's actually a wait list to see them. They work out of California right now. So they are still working in the field, but they get it. They realize it's not just about dealing with the skin issues that you have, it's about prevention. And as a nurse, prevention is very important. I cannot stress it enough. Prevention, prevention, prevention. try not to deal with issues when they become really bad. Try to deal with them earlier on. So I love to see that they had SPF in all the steps. So on top of that, I want to do a little bit more research on their ingredients, because if once you have issues like me, you're going to be looking into, okay, what do I actually really need to use? What should I be looking for in my sunscreens? There's different things. There's different things to look into. One of the great chemical, and I have to read from my list because sometimes these names just run out of my head, especially this time at night. So in reverse, and so that's the one that helps with reversing sun damage and redefine, you have avenobenzone. This is a chemical blocker. This absorbs really well into your skin, and it's amazing for protecting against UVA. In Soothe, so Soothe being for sensitive skin, they use a little bit different ingredients in Soothe. The ingredients in Soothe is actually the same ingredients in your mineral peptides, and I'll talk about the mineral peptides in a bit because I really love what Rodan Fields came out with for that. So in Soothe, you have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So those are the active ingredients, and they're mineral-based sunscreens, and they physically block both the UVB and the UVA rays, and they're very gentle on the skin, which is why they're used in Soothe. And when you're using Unblemished, you need to have that soothing factor afterwards, which is why they included that with Unblemished. People used to think the sun would clear up their acne. Actually, it makes it worse. You need sunscreen. So, in all of those final steps, they have SPF. Now, the thing about sunscreen is that no matter what you use, you need to reapply according to what you're doing throughout the day. Especially in the around, I put on the morning, right? So during my morning routine around 9. Especially then around 1, between 1 and 4. I'm reapplying every hour to 2 hours depending on what I'm doing. Am I outside playing with the kids? Am I sweating? Am I just inside? You know, when you're washing dishes in front of that window, you want protection on still. So when you're putting on any moisturizers or the sunscreen in general, it feels a bit greasy. Rodan Fields is nowhere near as greasy as those store, the I don't want to say the name of the stores, but just drugstores, the drugstore brands which you would buy. And I used to hate that. I used to hate that greasy feeling, but I knew I needed it on. So Rodan Fields came out with the mineral peptides. Now this stuff to me is just amazing. Most importantly, it has SPF 20 in it. And it has the same soothing ingredients, so it has the zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So in the mineral peptides, you have the SPF 20. That is your light powder that goes on. It actually gives you a light coverage. It's not foundation. It is a light coverage. It helps get rid of, it actually has soothing agents in it, so any redness you might have on your face, it helps with that. So, and it also has the peptides in it, so that helps with your anti-aging. So you're combining a lot of stuff, plus you have your SPF. So during the day, when I go out, the lovely little kabuki brush that comes with it, you can put a little bit of powder on it and seal it in the cap. And when you're out during the day, you just put it on when you need to. It's not going to make your skin greasy. It's going to give you that nice light coverage, and you're protecting your skin. I don't think I should go into too much more detail. I could talk forever about Rodan Fields, but what I want people to take away from this is that it's not just about having beautiful skin. The thing is, when your skin is healthy, it will be beautiful. And you're beautiful regardless. And a lot of us get into Rodan Fields not just to get rid of wrinkles, but because we have serious issues with our skin that we want to deal with properly. And I'm a nurse. I'm picky. I do my research first. And I was so impressed with Rodan Fields. I'm impressed with their prevention that they use in all of their regimes. I'm impressed that they're really working with your skin. So everybody's skin is different, and there's ways of some people doing unblemished. They have a lot of sensitivity. You can work in some of your soothe products in with your unblemished regime, so you can still get rid of your acne, but you're not damaging your skin. We don't want to damage your skin. We want to help you. I love that Soothe is for people with eczema. I use it on my 7-month-old. I brought it into my doctor. Show the ingredients. Doctor thought it was great. And guess what? Her eczema is healing up. She's 7 months old. She was crying and crying at night because she was so sore. We have sensitive skin in our family. My husband does as well. So, for those who are thinking this is just about beauty, it's not. It's not. And I'm so thankful I found this company. I'm thankful for being able to take care of my skin properly, not just clogging up my pores, but actually keeping my skin fresh and breathable and still having protection. I'm thankful for being able to do my research and having all that information right there. All the ingredients are on those websites. They always tell you, this is safe, but take it into your doctor. Take it to your dermatologist. Get them to read it over. This stuff is amazing. And when you have healthy skin, it's going to glow. It's going to be beautiful. But the thing is, you know that your skin is healthy. It's about dealing with the health first, and then all that loveliness comes afterwards. And I just really wanted to stress that to anybody who was wondering why I do this. A lot of people know, I like to look nice, but at the same time, I'm not someone who ever wore a lot of makeup. I mascara because I have really light eyelashes, and instead of looking like a 12-year-old, put a little bit of mascara on, I actually look a little bit close to my age. But I want to help people, especially people that might have issues like myself, take care of their skin. And that's really important to me, and I love that I can take some of my nursing into it as well. So, if you watched all of this, I know I ramble a bit. Wow, I just looking at the time, it's like 12 minutes. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for all those who support me. And I just want you to know that anybody who has any type of skin issues, anything at all, even if it's just a wrinkle, if that bothers you, we deal with it. But feel free to contact me. I do not run my business being pushy. I will not push anything on anybody, because if you don't want to do it, you're not going to follow a regime. It's not going to work. It's got to be something that you want. And I'm your resource to help you. And I love to do it. So, I got a little personal there with my own skin, but I hope it helps somebody. And I hope you all have a wonderful night.